What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Savage Land. Welcome to another episode of Pallet Picks. And today on Pallet Picks, we have the Jada Toys Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Ken. And I believe this is Wave 2 here, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he comes with M. Bison and Dashlam, which is showing up in stores now. It's just kind of sporadic. This subline within this toy company has been sporadic. It's only released in Target. At Target, far as physical stores, I believe. You're not gonna find it in GameStop, Walmart, and other than that, you can get it online like Fan Channel. But it's fairly an infant as far as this subline of the Street Fighter 2 Turbo. But I'm guessing they might keep it like this because I don't know how big of a company Jada Toys is, but with the popularity, I don't think they want to overshoot themselves and start flooding it in stores. Now, everybody's got these figures, which is not like the Marvel Universe where you have an ass load of figures. Everybody has these figures and then they don't want them no more. And then you got a bunch of great looking Kens sitting up on a shelf not being sold, have to be clearanced out. So I want to kind of just talk a little bit different. Because not everybody, a lot of people have done a review on Ken, but there's really not too much to talk about. If you've never seen this line before, one thing I will tell you that they're great. He feels great in hand. He's the same as his counterpart, Ryu. If you know the game and don't know the toy company, you can understand what I'm talking about. They're essentially the same sprite with just different heads and different color geeds, man. That is about it. Other than that, it is the same character. But I just want to go over a few things. I'm not going to hold you up long talking about Mr. Ken here, but we'll just kind of go through him really quickly. As you can see here, he has the Aryuken hands, and he also has a stand with the Aryuken fireball here. And if you look closely, you can see some hologrammed hands in there, which is dope. This figure is $25, and it is definitely worth its money. When you if you're dealing with action figures or you know about action figures, as soon as you get this in hand, you like, damn, this feels really quality. Same way you feel about some G.I. Joes, like the Blue Cobra Troopers. Like, if I don't mess with them for a long time, like a couple of months, and I go back to grab one, I'm like, damn, this figure feels really good, yo. So just an example. But he has the Aryuken fireball. Also comes with another head sculpt, which I'll flash right quick here. See if you guys can see that. This is the more mean, I'm mad, pissed off face right here, which he has like this sinister looking smile on his face, man. And Ken is my boy. Out of the two, my personal favorite is Ken. I can't wait for that violent Ken. I'm definitely gonna get that. Like all these different iterations of Ryu that came out, I didn't mess with any of those, man, because I like Ryu, but Ryu's not my guy. Ken is my guy. I always love Ken. And he also comes with fists, and that's it. He can remove the gi up top. I'm not gonna do that. It's just a bare chest up under there. But this figure moves great. So let me go ahead and just go into the different segments. So let's line up some figures. Alright, so these are the figures that I have so far in this line. I have Ken, Ryu, Fei Long, Chun-Li. These are the only ones you can get physically right now in hand, and of course Dashlam and Bison, but I'm not really counting them because they're kind of like hit and miss right now. They're really only on pre-order, but people are finding them in Targets, and they are some lucky sons of a guns. But okay, so you got 6 figures that you can physically touch right now. All of these figures, even if you've never seen these group of figures before, look great. If you've never seen these before, I'm pretty sure you want to buy them right now just looking at them. They all move very well. Aesthetically, they look good. The plastic quality is great. The articulation is great. They are a splitting image of the sprites that come off the game. This looks like 1992 Street Fighter 2 Turbo, man. So it's just a beautiful line. And on top of that, the cherry on top, they're all $25. It doesn't get... They don't get much higher than that, and they're gonna come out with some deluxe figures, which is cool. They say it'll be a little bit higher, but they're affordable. Basically, what I'm saying. Now, this line right here, I believe, can take G.I. Joe out as the #1 action figure line. But the only thing about it, they're not proven. And it's not because of their own fault, they just don't have a lot of stock in them. These are kind of like the only ones you can get your hands on. And Jada Toys makes action figures, but let's keep it a buck. I'm gonna go ahead and set the Wolfman up here. The Wolfman looks great, but he's not these guys. All right, so I got the Wolfman standing beside his Jada Toys counterparts, and like I said, let's keep it a buck. This Wolfman is good. Don't get it twisted, but it's not these Street Fighter figures, okay? You can already look at these Street Fighter figures and tell there was a lot of love put into this. And the Wolfman is cool too, but he has pins in his arms and legs, which, I mean, that's cool. That really doesn't bother me, but he just doesn't have that same oomph that these guys do. And I'll tell you another thing that I noticed. Look at down at the bottom of Ken's pants here. At the bottom, Ken has what I call an ankle swivel. This Wolfman don't. His feet just stick straight. Ken can turn his foot sideways like it was broken, and this Wolfman cannot. So there's already more love put into the Street Fighter line from the get-go. Now let's go through some different Street Fighters from different companies. So of course we got the Jada Toys here. Ken one, like I said, almost a splitting image of the sprite that he was pretty much made from. Looks really good, aesthetically looks good. Far as articulation, I mean, look at that freaking head. Can put his foot up. I mean, like it's no problem. I'm trying to stand this guy. Looks good aesthetically. Can articulate very well. Quality on the plastic feels real good. Nothing feels cheap. Far as his outfit, feels nice and I guess almost like rubbery. And that's always a good thing, so it's pliable, so he can move around. He's not just in this stiff plastic uniform, which is cool. Now, far as the SH Figure Arts Vega, I really liked this figure when I first got it, but aesthetically, it's kind of off a little bit. Like when you do the shoulders up like this, it looks funny, man. Like look at those gaps. This Jada Toys has none of that problem. So that's pretty much the only thing that's wrong with him. And then, you know, it just looks funny, man. And look at it. Look at this right here. Like the aesthetics of him. Like that hard line up there where his thigh cut is at, man. So aesthetics is a problem with SH Figure Arts. Like, and they're known sometimes for falling apart. And then we got Storm Collectibles, which is really cool. Can really kind of give Jada a run for his money, but too big. And once again, aesthetics. Not as bad as his SH Figure Art with those huge gaps right there. But you see his shoulders, like all of this up in here, like that's really gappy and it can be really ugly. But I actually like this Zangief. Like I said, they're already kind of like out of scale as far as 1/12 scale. But I like Zangief this big versus that Ryu. Almost kind of make him almost like a big bear. And E Honda, I think I'm gonna get the Storm Collectibles of that one too. But hands down, Jada Toys is the best Street Fighter line out. And riddle me this, Batman. Why does Ken look like a deranged version of He-Man? Seriously, man. Like that's all I think about when I look at this sprite face. Like all I think about is maniacal He-Man. You know, like the bleach blonde, not the bleach blonde, but the yellow blonde hair, the black eyebrows. And is anybody a natural blonde anymore? Like, there you have it, folks. We got Jada Toys He-Man. Oops, I meant Ken. Great figure. It's not too much to talk about. Great articulation, great plastic, great sculpt, great paint, great accessories, great price, great line. Also, like I said, they're just still not proven yet. They need to put out more figures. They got a Mega Man out that's pretty good. That's the only other action figure subline I know that probably could rival the Street Fighter line, but it's still not touching Street Fighter, man. And then for Street Fighter to take on G.I. Joe, they need more product out. There's only so many characters you can do in the Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Will they jump into other lines? Will they do Mortal Kombat? Will they go with fighting games? I mean, because that's the only way they could boast or booster their portfolio as far as action figure making. But as far as what they're doing with the Street Fighter 2 Turbo line, if you haven't got your hands on any of these, I suggest that you do. Any of the ones I've seen, from Fei Long, Chun-Li to Ryu to Ken, Dawson, which looks great, and Bison. And they got a whole host of other guys coming out, Guile, DJ, that are all great. Even if you're not even into the fighting games, these are great action figures here. But we're gonna leave it at that, man. There's nothing else to say. I done gloated over, and that's what this review of Ken was. It's really not to show you how he moves and works, just really to gloat over Jada toys. And like I said, if they had a bigger portfolio and they were proving more, they would be the king, ruler, master of all action figures. But they definitely are on their way. This is the Savage Land. If you can, give me a like, comment, subscribe. If you can, hit me up on my Instagram at Geppetto910. And with that being said, we do this for the love and beauty of action figures. And until the next time, God bless.